Never meant to blend
You
in.
were built like this.
Built like this.
Built like this.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Built Like This podcast. I am your host, Maxine. We're on episode 366. Let's go ahead and get this show started. I had to. Look, I had this topic for last, but I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. Amerie. Amerie. I want you to tell me what happened, what's going on, and why did you play yourself like that? Here's the thing. Okay? So Amerie had a Tiny Desk performance recently in which I knew about in advance because she was on the JBP podcast. Shout out to Joe Budden podcast. I am a Joe Venger. And she advertised, like, she mentioned it. She didn't like talk about it like extensively. They will talk about other things, but she did mention it like upon her last few statements before leaving. She mentioned you guys could see her on Tiny Desk coming up. So I wasn't surprised with the fact that she was going to have a performance happen. What I am surprised with is how poorly she performed. I don't know what to say. And a part of me feels bad. Like, I feel like, dang, I feel kind of bad laughing. Like, I feel bad. All these jokes. Like, when I say TikTok is on a roll, I haven't even checked Twitter. You guys. But I know TikTok is on a roll. It's now its own original sound. Let me show y'all. Well, the part that I just played, that's an original sound now. Let me go ahead and play that again real quick in case you forgot what I just said. And that man's face at the end. This right here, I mean, if I could just put this as my screensaver, I think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to screenshot it at some point and put this as my screensaver because, wow. Look, I'm not a professional trained singer. I'm not gonna say I could go up there and be so much better than her. No, I could hold a tune though. I could definitely hold a tune, but I think this is just low-key shameful. I think it is shameful. I think we're at a point where the songs that she has in her catalog hold so much nostalgia for so many of us, especially in my age range and above. I'm 34, so 34 and above, a lot of people have a strong emotional connection to her music. It brings you back to early 2000s, summertime fine, outside, effortless, carefree type of summer. That's the type of time her song gives you. It gives you permission to be carefree. There's this like falling in love type of energy that she gives. Obviously, what's that song that she has? Why Don't We Fall in Love? That has been a soundtrack for so many. I remember being in 5th grade singing that song. Okay, so Avery holds a strong impact. She holds an imprint, actually, in my life. And I'm not alone here. So to see this and to see how viral it has gotten, that the variety of this world that we are in, it holds no bars. There are no exceptions. You know, like no one is removed from being on a viral list. You can get it. Everybody can get it. Okay. I'm at a loss. Now, when I think about her music, and I would play some songs, but I'm sure it'll be copyrighted, so I'm not even gonna try to do that. Y'all just go ahead and circle back. But she had song after song after song. Some people even say one of her albums, I'm not even sure how many albums she pushed out. I don't think it was too many, because conspiracy has it Beyonce, once Beyonce came out as a solo artist, Amerie was just long gone. Like Amerie, her image, her likeness, apparently, allegedly, the conspiracy is Beyonce took upon her sound, took upon her image, and made it her own. So I'm not even gonna go down that rabbit hole right now. I want to stay on this Tiny Desk performance. And I want to stay on how the conversations from this performance has led to me questioning, has Amerie ever been able to really sing like that? Like, have we been disillusioned because the hits of her music have been so instrumental to the soundtrack of our lives for a period of time that we didn't realize how little of a vocalist she is? That's what I think is happening. And these conversations that has been coming up since this viral performance, it's really making me wonder, dang, have I been bamboozled? Because when you think about, like, a lot of these musical artists, a lot of them don't have the range vocally. They do not have the range vocally. They lack just the holding of a tune. They lack the ability to not be pitchy, all of these things. But if you have a strong label behind you, who have put money behind you, who have invested their resources behind you, regardless if you could sing or not, you can be a star. And if you have good pen game, or if you have a good writing support team behind you, you're likely to be a star, especially during the time period that she was in. So I'm here to say I was fooled. I'm at a point where, dang, has she ever sung before? Like, has she ever sung well before? That's where I'm at this point. Because this performance, you guys, let's just go ahead and get into it, child. This performance is the worst. I haven't seen all the Tiny Desk performances, but I do know there has not been a bad one, because we would have heard it by now. Everybody who goes on Tiny Desk, even the rappers, wasn't Young Jeezy or Jeezy, whatever his name is, wasn't Jeezy on Tiny Jeezy? A whole rapper on Tiny Desk, and he had a better performance than you as a singer. Like, how was a rap artist able to pull off a great Tiny Desk performance? That's so weird to me. You know, in my head, it doesn't make sense. When I think of Tiny Desk, I think of a vocalist. I think of someone who could sing acoustically, who doesn't need all that background noise, who doesn't need auto-tune, any of that, who could really hold it down. So I'm just under the belief that maybe Amerie maybe she's been disillusioned. Maybe she's been forced to believe, or played in a way. Like, maybe people have been lying to her, saying, girl, you got it. You could sing. I love your voice. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And she didn't realize, wait, no, I don't have the vocal range. And I didn't. I never had it. But because of the placement of this sound and that sound and the drums and the background vocalist, I could play off as if I have it. That's what I think is happening here. And I don't know. I think a number of things took place in this performance, but let's go ahead and just break it down.
Trying to keep my eyes closed, trying to keep it just like before. Time sweat. Don't wanna tell you what it is. Oh, the way it felt so serious. Got me thinking just too much. I wanna shut it out.
Now, you hear that already? I wanna shut it out. I wanna shut. What's going on? Now, Some people are saying in the comments, "Oh, it's a hard song to sing." It's hard song. What are we? It's hard song to sing. It's a hard song. It's hers. This is your song. This is the song that you should have perfected and had been perfected since then. Like, there's no excuse for it. Then people want to say, well, this song is 20 years old. You can't expect her to have the same vocal range. Patti LaBelle does. Patti LaBelle is 82. How old is Patti? I know she's not 82. Maybe she is. Patti LaBelle. Age. 81. I was close. She's 81. Now, obviously, Patti LaBelle, Amerie, they don't compare, but the point remains, regardless of your age, let's cut it out, y'all. Y'all have all these excuses for these artists because you hold them to be such just a strong presence in your inner child's life. Get over it. Pull the wool out your eye and recognize that this woman right here, Amerie, failed. She failed as a vocalist. She failed in this performance, and it's okay to admit it as such. It's okay. Because here's the thing. Someone's saying, oh, well, we let J-Lo play in our face, right? We want to be saying the same thing about J-Lo. Really? Because here's the thing. J-Lo would have rehearsed. Yeah. J-Lo would have rehearsed. They would have put it together. They would have figured it out. They wouldn't have had the guitar, the drums so loud, so much louder than her voice that she is screeching. She's trying to hear herself. She can't hear herself. And there's no cohesion. Even the background singers, the ones on the side, what was going on with them? Yeah, let's continue. Now I'm dancing still because the song is a bop. The song is a bop. It's a fun song. I'm not gonna act like I don't enjoy the song. The hit is still a hit, but the performance is laughable. The performance is laughable. And now her thinking she was doing something there. I'm sorry. I don't want to bully her or any of that. I just think this is so poor, and I'm sad that she is going out like this. She's been making a resurgence in the last few months. Seeing her on the Joe Budden podcast. Money Long brought her out on a tour of hers, and she performed there at a festival. And then we see her here at this tiny desk making a tiny mess, a big mess, really. And then I'm hearing that she does have a new song out. The point is, there's a way to resurge by not appearing poorly done and unrehearsed. Like, this is what's happening here. Hello? What's going on? But yeah, J-Lo, if this was J-Lo, it wouldn't be. Maybe someone could pull up a compilation of J-Lo's performances in which she sounded off. But it wasn't this bad. It wasn't this. Everybody was off here. At least with J-Lo's performance, we all know that she's not a vocalist. We all know that she can't necessarily hold a tune like a Patti LaBelle, like a Fantasia, etc., etc. We get that. But what she's going to do is still perform. One thing J-Lo's going to do, she's going to perform her ass off. And she has a catalog of hits back to back. And you're going to bop. You're going to bop. You're going to dance to. She's going to have a boricua on. It's going to be a thing. it wouldn't be as poor as this one, if at all. It wouldn't be as poor at all. Okay. So that's my point. Like, why wasn't y'all just came up and for her to tell the JPP, this was weeks ago. She was on his show. She mentioned this performance coming up. So you mean to tell me you weren't rehearsing the whole time? Did y'all get nervous? Was this a live performance? Y'all couldn't do it again. Y'all couldn't like look at the video and say, you know, you want to just do it again? Like y'all couldn't have done that. Like that's what I'm trying to understand. So now let's get into this. Someone, because there are a lot of people on TikTok really trying to hold Amerie down. They're saying not too much on Amerie. She's, you know, we all knew she couldn't sing. Why y'all acting surprised? No, come on. I mean, I've never seen her live. So, yeah, a lot of us who haven't seen her live are acting surprised because this is really bad. This is embarrassing. But let's get into someone else's video about this and see what they're saying, because they're saying basically, wait a minute, yeah. Okay, they're saying that, yeah, this is nothing new. So what? Y'all didn't know? Y'all didn't know she's gonna sing? Y'all didn't know? So let's get into it. So here is a recent performance according to this woman's TikTok. And they're saying, you know, not too much on my girl. This is from Essence Fest 2023. So not too long ago. But let's take a listen. Let's take a listen. Let's take a listen. Still bad. It's still bad. Hello? What are we having an honest conversation? This is still bad. Now, you can't hear it as bad as it is in the Tiny Desk performance, but it's not any better. The only slight difference is with the Tiny Desk, you really only focus in on the artist. The Tiny Desk, you have to pay attention to the artist. It's an intimate setting. As for this, it doesn't seem like it's a big venue, but nonetheless, she's performing in front of an audience. People are singing along. And that's what happens when they're singing along, they're helping her. Someone said in the comments, not people in the audience sounding better than her. That's what someone said. And that's accurate. They're sounding much better than her. You know what artists do? And I've seen this before. This is not just an Amerie thing, but I've seen artists, you know, they don't want to, whether they don't want to sing a part or not, whenever the part is like a very high note or a long-winded part in the song, they'll stop singing, they'll point the mic to the audience, and now you singing their part. Now you doing their job. Hello? Is the crowd here for me or you? Who's the crowd here for, Amerie? Like, why are you pointing the mic towards us when we want to hear you sing it? We want to hear you sing it. Let's start it over. Like, it. Hello? And then what you also notice here, right? You hear the background recorded voice. You hear the background recorded voice. So even when she's pointing the mic to the audience and the audience is singing along, who's also singing along? The recorded version of the song that's playing in the back. Girl, we've been bamboozled. We've been bamboozled. I remember someone told me that Music Soul Child doesn't really sing well. That the voice that we hear in his songs, seeing him perform live, totally different. So I say all this to say a lot of these artists are playing your face and just preserve the song that you know, right? The video that is associated with the song, preserve that memory by not going to these live performances, because it really is a rude awakening. It really is. It's a bop of a song, so I'm dancing. And why she got a moo on? Now look, she's very like effervescent, hippy dippy. Her energy's cool, don't get me wrong. But yeah, her vocal ability, it's not there. It's not there. But hey, God bless. I wish her well. But yeah, I am here for all the jokes. It's another, I wanted to show y'all another clip, y'all. I was cracking up. Do you hear me? I was cracking up. I I don't usually like, I like the way that I set up my TikTok. I have specific videos that I favorite, specific videos that I like, because I like to circle back to it for reference depending on, which category they're in. So for my like videos, I typically like the Sims content because I want to see more of that. I love following fellow simmers. So that's one. I like hair care, specifically my hair type, naturalistas content. And if something is very funny, I'll give it an honorary like. I'll give it a like. I gave this video a like because I was like, no, this is too funny. I have to save it forever. I have to save it forever. So let me go ahead and play with y'all, because once I logged on to TikTok today and I just figured out that, oh, this is a common a meme that's being passed around from this sound. Everyone is doing it for everything. Someone, I think, did I like that video? I don't remember if I liked that one, but this was the first one. It had me cracking up out loud, so I had to give it an honorary like. Let's go ahead and get into it. Oh my god. So again, they're making fun of the vocalists, the background singers, because another perspective on this situation is, oh, it was the background. People have all these excuses. Oh, this song is 20 years old. She's older now. Of course she's not gonna sound the same. Cap. Call that cap. Oh, it's the background sound. It's the background sound. Cap, y'all could have rehearsed. Oh, it's the background singers. What? So now here, someone's making fun of them. Well, this person here is making fun of that theory. And she's referencing the initial video that I started off with you guys of the background singer, the middle one in particular, because there's a part when she's, when they're saying, oh, where you're kind of like catching the O's. Oh, that part of the song. It's pretty cool. It's a great song. It's a great song. But as she's doing it, her eyes are kind of bugged out. Her hands are up. Her hands are up, and it's appearing as if, just like the meme shows, it's appearing as if she's trying to tell everyone around her to slow it the F down. Slow it the F down. Calm it down. So it's just so funny. Let's go ahead. Oh, whoa. Yo, I'm crying. Okay. Oh, but anyway, God bless y'all. I mean, I hope she's doing well. Oh my gosh, I cannot. Oh no, I'm gonna laugh about this for the next maybe 3 more days. I mean, depending on whatever else new they do with it, but this is too funny. It's too funny. Let's get back in order, y'all. So the BET Awards took place a few days ago. I didn't watch it because I haven't watched it in years and I have no interest. But of course, I've seen the clips. I've seen the virality of different parts of the show. So let's get into this first one, this main one that I'm going to get into. Ciara. Jim Jones, we know him as this Love and Hip Hop star. It's like, of course, we knew him before Love and Hip Hop, but a lot of us know him because of Love and Hip Hop, or learn more of him because of Love and Hip Hop, especially with his relationship with Chrissy, who is looking like his homegirl right here. Now, their relationship is their business. Totally fine. If she's happy, I'm happy. She loves it. I love it. Like, let people live how they want to live. I'm totally fine with that. But Ciara clearly is not. Ciara is clearly not fine with that. Now, there are a lot of videos coming on the internet streets of the pre-interviews of the BET Awards. I didn't understand, but I guess it's a part of the new wave of social media. So you see how BET is getting along with the current times. And this has been positively received. Apparently the ratings have been much higher than normal, and that's pretty great. So good for them paying attention to the current times. With one of the interviews that took place, I don't know who the interviewer was, but they were interviewing Jim Jones. Chrissy was not present, and I wonder if Ciara would have done what she did had Chrissy been present. But Ciara decided it was a good idea to invade the interview, because that's one. She invaded the interview, and she invaded Chrissy and Jim Jones's relationship. That's what she did. She did both. She invaded the interview and their relationship in the absence of Chrissy. Chrissy was not present. And my question is, would she have done the same? Sometimes women, we read the room, right? We're not gonna overextend ourselves or put ourselves in a way where it seems as if we're crossing a boundary with someone else's relationship. If the woman is present, we'll do it to a man for some reason in our mind, because I've seen this before. I may have done this myself in the past, not what Ciara did, but in a sense where a woman, whether she's in a relationship or not, will kind of try or test the man who is publicly in a relationship. We know him in a relationship, and there's this comfort to do so. As for women who see the man's girl around, they don't feel too comfortable. You know, there's a type of territorial atmosphere or attitude being present. So I think that's what it is. But anyway, let's get into this clip, y'all. I'm already mad. I'm mad for a couple of things, because let's just watch it first. So I'm already getting tight. I'm getting tight.
Oh, come on, because we need this to happen. Guys, how are y'all? I got my craft.
Let's stop right there, because first she says, I hope I'm not crashing. You what? You hope you're not, but you are. You're literally crashing. There's a crash happening and you're driving the car. Like, you caused the wreck. That right there would have pissed me off. Because what are you doing? And here's another thing. Ciara's walking around doing this. Russell is nowhere to be found. Has no hold on his lady, because what the fuck are you doing? What? I haven't even played the clip, y'all. Y'all probably like, okay, what's going on if you haven't seen this clip? But my thing again, there's a lack of decorum some of these women have who are in relationships or in marriages with a man who has no balls. He has no order. He has no authority, and that's the word. Yes, I'm using that word. That word is necessary. He has no authority anywhere. She's going around doing whatever she want to do. Is this how you act? Would your husband be okay with you acting like this? Just invading someone else's relationship to the man? It's one thing if you're talking to the girl and talking to her, even if it does still give crossing a boundary. Sometimes with women, if you're talking directly to the woman about, girl, y'all need to get married, if you're doing all that stuff, it lands better with a woman to woman conversation. But for a woman to approach another man about his relationship, that says a lot to me. That says Russell Wilson has no authority in his marriage. Ciara's running that. And if that's the Ciara prayer that y'all women want, by all means, that's not the marriage I want. That's not the relationship I want. That's not it at all. That's ridiculous to me. Who's running things? Who's running the show? I'm not saying the man has to like slap you up. What the bitch, don't talk to that nigga. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying there should be some level of decorum. There should be no reason why you are invading someone else's relationship and you are a married woman. You got to represent your husband. You think is he okay with that? And if he is okay with that, what? Listen, I'm getting tired. I'm tired. Let's go.
Oh, come on, because we need this to happen. I'm sorry, because I just really need this to happen. I don't want to get mad at me because I don't know how you feel, but I really need y'all to just go ahead and I'm coming in hot. No. Should I just stay on?
I really need y'all. What do you need from my relationship with my lady? Like, it's the absurdity for me. Like, there's a mental disorder. We have gone too far with our parasocial relationships to these people. And this happens beyond, from fan or viewer to celebrity to movie star, etc. This is between any and everybody. Because we live life out loud so much so on social media, people are keeping track of your life. They're keeping currency. They're recording what you're doing because of what you put out there, right? They're keeping up with it. It's a part of their schedule. It's a part of their routine. So they feel this closeness with you. And then especially with podcasts as well, we share a lot of intimate information about our life, about our relationships, about our jobs and all these things. So a lot of strangers, essentially strangers, regardless of them being in the same industry, bitch, who the fuck you talking to? Like, we are still not close enough, if at all, for you to even think this was appropriate. So I say all this to say it really speaks to the times that we're in. We feel so entitled to other people's lives. And in her mind, she's thinking, no, I'm doing a good thing. I'm doing a good thing.
What I'm on right now? I'm gonna stay on it because why not? Why not? Like, y'all have lived life in every capacity anyone could live it in. You're living like you've already done it. So let's just seal it properly. Seal it properly because you know what? He deserves it. You deserve it. Why not?
And the thing that pisses me off. Oh, okay. So now, because we're not legally married, we don't have this extravagant wedding and this display of our love in the way that you think is appropriate, in the way that the society deems it as the ultimate top of the relationship hierarchy. Then the whatever the fuck we have is so undeserving, right? Whatever the fuck this is, this love, this loyalty, this commitment that we already have, that we already have with each other, it's invalid in your eyes. You don't see it. You don't recognize it. You know how condescending that is? Yo, that is so condescending. Sierra's not alone in this. Sierra's not alone in this. I'm about to say not too much on Sierra. No. Still a lot on Sierra, but Sierra is not alone in this. This is a common sentiment and sense of entitlement that women who recently got married give. Suddenly, shout out to her, but I have a family member who recently got married, and she's already given videos of marriage advice. This is what I have to be like, girl, swipe this shit. I'm not watching this. And then I come off bitter, right? I come off bitter. It's my fault. But I have a family member talking about marriage talk or marriage advice and, newlywed to like, you just signed the papers. Yo, we get it. Oh my God. You could say I have a husband now. You could say I have a wife now. Oh, you could say you could do this. You could remember that Yandy video when she was in her car. She's like, I'm a wife. I'm a wife. Whoop-de-fucking do. Now we're hearing all this crap about their marriage. She's allegedly cheating left to right. Mandisi's been cheating left to right. Girl, if that's what you want, then that's great. Good for you. But again, this is a common thing. As soon as people feel this high, oh my gosh, everyone should be you know how people recently who got saved, right? And by saved, for those who are not, for those heathens out there who don't know what I'm talking about, if you grew up in Christianity, there's this thing called saved, right? Saved, SAVED. Oh, are you saved? Are you converted, essentially? And that simply means, have you accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? Have you repented? Have you just accepted him in your heart? You came up to the altar and you profess that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. And from here on out, you are living for him. So upon that acceptance, you now take on this new life, this new birth, this rebirth is a baptism, so to speak, and you are living for Christ. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't fall short or you're not tempted or whatever, but when you have new converts of Christianity, they're filled with so much of the Holy Spirit. Right, they're filled with so much of the Holy Spirit. They're praying incessantly. They're filling themselves with the Word. They're just all about God. They're praising and worshiping all the time, and they're in this high. It's me and God. I don't need anybody else. It's me and God. All I need is me and God. But we don't realize it's religious psychosis. Hello? Oh, we don't want to talk about that. Okay. We don't realize it's a psychosis happening. We don't realize there's a mental situation here that's happening that is making you in this state of it's euphoria. You're in a state of euphoria. But as with any and everything, I know I'm sounding so damn jaded right now, but as with anything, you go down. You're not always high. You're not always at the top of the roller coaster. You're going to go down. You're going to go down, and you may stay down. You may get off the ride. Sierra comes off, and I think because her marriage has been pedestalized. It's been just right at the top. Sierra, this is goals, relationship goals. I need that Sierra prayer. A lot of women say that. And so she has capitalized off of this. I wait for the day. I'm not trying to misery loves. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying I wait for the day because the chaos in these internet streets that's going to occur once, or if, let me not say once, but if Ciara and Russell Wilson divorce, it's going to be mayhem. It's going to be mayhem. But why does it need to be mayhem? Because we live in such an interconnected society that we feel like, just like what she's doing to Jim Jones, we feel like we're in it. Like we need them to be married. Like it's going to affect our well-being if they're no longer married. It's going to affect our sense of hope.
I look at y'all and I'm like, they're so cute, they're so fly. Chrissy is so beautiful and so dope, and she holds you down, like down, down, down. Like this is a spirit talking through me right now. I'm just saying, like I saw you.
This is a spirit, bitch. And here's the thing, y'all. Oh Lord, maybe this is more of a conversation about religion and the audacity of some elders or people who are just like strongly in the faith, the audacity of them feeling like they could tell you what God told them about them. First of all, I don't know who you're talking to. I'm filled with the spirit has told me. What spirit? What spirit? Is it the Holy One or is it a demonic spirit? Which one? What spirit? Is it the airlines? I fly Delta. What spirit? No, but seriously, what spirit is it? What are we talking about? And even if you say it's the Holy Spirit, it's God, it's Jehovah, it's all these things, he can reach me. No. I'm the vessel that he can reach. What are we talking about? There's a condescension in that, y'all. Oh, the spirit told me, oh, because the spirit used you, Ciara, I'm gonna go ahead and follow it. Get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face.
And I got excited because I love what you are to me to music and what you meant to me coming up. And also when I see y'all, like from a love perspective, y'all like touch so many people. It's time. It's time.
But let me be your flower. You was here to give me them words of encouragement and the words of advice. I really need that.
Yay, I appreciate that. That means so much to me. Oh, you think you got good? Come on, man.
Come on, one time.
Bitch, bye. I don't know if Jim Jones really meant his response. He's like, oh, you gave me the encouragement. Jim Jones, shut up. You are never marrying Chrissy. And I don't know if it's a Chrissy thing or it's just him. Right? I don't know if it's or if it's both. I don't know. But all I know is I know that nigga's not getting married. That's what I know. That's what I know to be true. I mean, but I could be wrong. Who knows? But I know he's not getting married. Let's say that. I know he's not. I know he's not. Ciao, Ciara, bye. That's just so, it's beyond disrespectful. I'm just, Chrissy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. People are so self-imposing, lack boundaries, and it's just disgusting. It's disgusting. Hello, another marriage, or not. I was rooting for you. I was low key rooting for them. I don't know. Maybe I fell for it. Maybe it's just the way that Brittany Renner is, the way that she communicates. She's believable. Like I don't know, the way that she was looking at him, the way that she would walk in. Like I don't know. I love someone who loves their man. That sounds weird, right? That might be a strike against me. No, but I love someone who like not just love, because I think for me, love is about respect. And from the first videos of what we saw of her seeing him, Kevin Gates, it seemed that she just like she could drool him. He could drool and she'll lick it off him. type of. I love. See, I don't know, something about that type of love. It's just like, oh, okay, oh, I love that. I think it's because growing up, I'm not gonna say too much. I'm not gonna say too much. But growing up, I didn't see that. I didn't see that display of love. I did not see that display of love. I've seen a love in a sense of I don't respect you. Do what I ask you to do. I'm gonna ridicule you. I'm gonna nag you. I'm gonna make you feel like shit. But we're married. You're my husband, right? I've seen that type of love. I'm saying that obviously loosely, the word love here, but that's the only display of a marriage, of a love relationship I've seen growing up. So the idea of marriage never really felt attractive to me, among many reasons, but that especially. So when I think about the way Brittany Renner would not only talk about him, but look at him, y'all saw the video I shared a few episodes ago of the first time. I think it was the first time they met. That's what was said. I don't know if there was another time before, but she was doing an interview and she was interviewing Kevin Gates right after his performance at a festival. And she's looking at him with so much admiration, so much. I came here to see you. I like, and it wasn't on some like groupie stuff, because there's groupies who like, oh, I'm here to see this man. I'm here to get to his hotel room, yada yada yada. She was looking at him like, no. I'm connected to you. Your soul is what I'm here to be next to. This right here. That I like that. I like that shit. I like that shit. No, but for real, I love seeing that type of love. So whenever I see a woman look at her man like that, I'd be like, what's going on over there? It's a joke. It's a joke. Please don't strike me. But no, seriously, I really do like seeing a woman admiring her man, because I never saw that growing up. And I wanted to see that growing up, but I didn't see that. So seeing displays of that now, I'm just like, oh, that's beautiful. I want to see that. I love seeing examples of that. So to hear this news, this unfortunate news of their quick divorce, and apparently they have to wait a 90-day period according to Islam. They're still undergoing a divorce. But yeah, they were married for like 52 days. Now, some could say, well, this was done for publicity. This was done for a storyline, right? They got married because she has been casted as one of the new basketball wives for Basketball Wives. But I don't even know why. I don't know. A lot of these shows where they say the Real Housewives of Potomac, Atlanta, yada, 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 all of them are not wives. They either never been a wife, or they, were a longtime girlfriend or fiance, but didn't actually get married, never got married, is a mother of a child whose father is in the NBA or some type of Atlanta household name, whatever the case is. But the point is, a lot of these titles of these shows, it doesn't hold true to the actuality of these cast members. So I'm not gonna hold it against her too much. But yeah, this is so far from a basketball wife. Like maybe a rapper's wife, right? A rapper's wife. But nonetheless, Brittany Renner and Kevin Gates are now divorced.
Real 92.3 Bootleg Kev. My friend Brittany Renner is here. Good to see you, Brittany.
Good to see you too. I was excited when I was like,
You're like, hey, I'm Brittany. That's been so
you remember
long.
me?
Yeah. So first of all, you've you've had a lot of changes in your life.
I have. Alhamdulillah for that.
So you were. I tried to give you a hug earlier.
Yes.
And you were like, no,
Access denied.
You can't do hugs.
You know.
This is part of your faith.
Yeah, and I mean, just what makes me comfortable. Like,
No,
I don't
know. Fuck, I am trying to make you uncomfortable.
No, yeah. I mean, I think for me, it's like, in my mind, I'm kind of like, why is any man giving me a handshake, a hug?
Yeah,
a
I was like,
dap?
what about and we did this.
We did this.
Air high five.
Because I just feel like there should be no man touching me except my husband.
Mr. Gates. Yeah. Are you guys married? Or is this like a yeah, I don't know. How does this, I mean, first of all, Kevin's the best. You got to keep her. He's a great guy. Very, very, very. Is he still? Are you guys? Is he going? Did you release his semen retention?
Okay, first of all, you guys like 3 questions. So
Okay, well,
slow
first things first. He was doing semen retention last time I saw him.
That is such a wild question to ask. Like, just like Brittany Renner said, you just asked 3-4 questions. Can you wait? Let her speak. I don't know if he's nervous, but that was just such a poor job in interviewing right there. That was so poorly done. Let her speak. A great interviewer is someone who allows the interviewee to actually speak and let them just roll off their tongue, whatever that phrase is. So he asked her 3,000 questions. We end off at the whole question of did he release his semen? Now, for those who may not know what that is, a lot of Hotep men, they follow the lifestyle choice of not releasing their semen, not ejaculating when they are having sex. And I don't even know if they do they do the same thing when they're masturbating? I don't know. I wonder if they even do masturbate. I don't know. A lot of them, just different. I'm respecting that. Whatever, do what you want. But their belief is, it is when you retain semen, it is a way to preserve your power, your some type of spiritual power, kundalini, one of that. I don't know. Teach me in the comments. But I do wonder with that, like, okay, so you're not trying to have kids? Like, what is the goal? They say they still do experience pleasure, but you know how with pleasure, when you release pleasure, it's gone. It's out in the ethers. It's right. It's flying away. But when you're right at the edge, and you stop, does a tree fall? Like what? What happens now? Do you still feel pleasure? Are you able to suck that come back in? Pause. No diddy. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a man. I don't know how that works. That's not something women have to retain. Like, we don't do that. But yeah, I mean, let's get into it.
Has the retention been lifted?
Okay, well, that's a question you'd have to ask him.
Okay.
But we got married April 6th and divorced May 28th.
So you're divorced?
Yes. But there is a 90-day waiting period. And
look at him. His head is like, wait. I just said right before this, Kevin Gates is a great man. You got to keep her. She's looking down. Remember when she looked down when he said that? And she says earlier that she doesn't let any man touch her who's not her husband. But y'all remember in previous clips that went viral, especially the clip when she was on a red carpet and she was performing. She was let's just wait again. This man's face.
Where
Okay,
it's basically you have 9.
I'm sorry. We're done. Okay, so she is saying that, look, we are not together. We're undergoing a divorce, or she filed, and with her faith, it calls for a 90-day waiting period. But his mind is rambling so much that I don't think I don't know if, because as I was watching this, he didn't really carry the conversation in a way that I would have liked for him to do so. Like, why? Like, why? Not necessarily why just like that, but what ask questions like, what led to it? What was a final straw or something like that. But let's get into it.
90 days to see if you're pregnant, because then he would be responsible, right? And then also in those 90 days, it's for reconciliation, because Allah wants you to stay married. And then during those 90 days, you are not to like entertain anybody romantically. So what I will say is that Islam has made my life a lot easier. I think even with this transition and things changing,
Right.
honestly, it's like I don't think anybody gets married to not stay married. So I think my biggest thing for me is this is a nice 90-day reset, just focusing on myself and pouring into myself. And what I also will add is that I followed my heart, and that's more than what most people can say in this world. And I have no shame in that. That's why I'm here. BET Awards. As you can see, I'm out here on this blacktop by myself.
Yeah, I feel like you've always been, I think anybody who ever speaks with you or listens to your long form conversations will have, I feel like you have your misconceptions, because obviously you're in tabloids, you're on fucking Basketball Wives, you're on online.
Yeah.
People make their assumptions about you and who you are, but I feel like anybody who's like ever heard you speak and articulate yourself knows that like you have a great head on your shoulders and you're not some fucking bop. You know what I'm saying? So. Damn. So the divorce was like a week ago. Damn, that sucks.
Many plan, but Allah is the best of planners. So I don't question that, and I don't feel like it's a sucky situation, because what is meant to be is always going to be.
So you guys end up divorced, and now there's like a 90-day cool off period if it reconciles, or you happen to be with child.
No, I'm not with child.
You're not. Okay.
No,
I don't know you. That's what you said.
No. I'm saying that's what the time period is for. Yeah.
Rule.
That's why that's in place for that. So it's like, basically, if you were to, divorce, and then he's like, oh, it's not mine. So there's the 3 cycles. That's kind of why it's 90 days. 3 cycles.
I can imagine being who you are, how much courage and how much it takes for you to step out publicly with somebody. Are you good?
All is truly well. I'm here, aren't I?
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know. I could just
Yeah.
imagine.
No.
Like,
If I wasn't okay, like I said, I would.
because I know you like you I feel like you stepping out publicly with somebody is huge for you personally, as for anybody, but you're a public figure, and
Yeah.
so,
Yeah. Like I said, I followed my heart, and that's more than what most people can say. And I think when you do that, you get all of the clarity you need, and there's no stone left unturned. You don't have regret. And I think that's really what like a lot of people, like their issue is, even just in dating, marriage. It's like people don't give it their all. They don't just go for it,
Right.
So I feel like, but when you do, you're at peace with whatever happens, because it's like I gave 100%. There's nothing. I left it all on the field, on the table, whatever metaphor. But yeah, all is well.
Do you feel like? First of all, what are some of the things for you? Because I feel like we've kind of seen you. I wouldn't say grow up, but we kind of seen you grow up
You guys have
over the last 10, 12 years, however long it's been since you've been a figure publicly. But
13 years.
Islam, how has it changed you, and how has it kind of helped just with you being a public figure and it's.
I don't give a fuck about Islam. Get to the T. Now, look, it seems like she really is genuine about her lifestyle and the choices that she had made to change how she was living prior to where she is right now. This seems to be genuine. I can only take it at face value, but there's a feeling I'm getting from it that comes off very genuine to me, that she is genuinely converted to Islam. I'll respect that. And that's great. Good for her. Like she says, it has taught her so much. It has strengthened her life, and she seems to really be at peace. Seemingly, this is all if she's not blowing smoke up our butts. But I wish this interviewer would have gotten right back, and I'm not even gonna continue it because I really don't. But he should have gotten back to the Ruta and the Tuta. He should have been like, well, let's circle back to this divorce. Yeah, you've been a public figure, and yeah, you have a great head on your shoulder. Okay, all that is great. But what led to this divorce? Did you file? Did he file? Was there a certain moment that led to the final straw? I don't know. But I mean, God bless or Allah bless. I was wrong. I low key was. I low key was. People like to say, "Oh, what about Drika? What about Drika? What are we talking about? That ain't got shit to do with her. That ain't her wife. Hello? That's her husband's wife. That's not her wife. That's her husband's wife or her ex-husband's wife. That ain't got shit to do with Brittany Renner. Hello? Speaking of straws. See what I did there? The alley-oop was easy. That was easy. Speaking of straws, y'all, let's get into it. Straw. This is the latest movie from Tyler the Perry. Tyler the Perry, who decided to write yet another movie, show, anything, exploiting, capitalizing, and parodizing, basically saying, making a parody of Black women and the perceived struggles that we carry, that we experience. And to that, I say enough. To that, I say enough. To that, I say stop. I haven't even watched this movie, and you may say, well, can you give it? Yes, I can. Yes, I can, because I've seen enough of the Tyler Perry movies to know what this is about. I've watched reviews of one thing I love to do. One thing you could find me doing. One thing you could find Maxine doing. The name that you see right here, my name. One thing that you can find me doing is watching YouTube movie reviews and show reviews. But one thing I love to do, I love watching people share their reviews of whatever show, whatever movie that is seemingly viral or trendy, or something that, oh, this is interesting. Let me just hear what someone else had to say about it. And it may lead me to actually watch it, or I may have already watched it and I want to hear what other people think about it. So it's a nice community. I really love the review community that I am now a part of. If you haven't watched any of my reviews yet or didn't know about it, go ahead and check that out. It's a playlist on my YouTube channel called Review with Me under this channel. So check that out. I review different shows. Shameless plug. So check that out. But yeah, the review community, I'm living for y'all. This movie right here, I don't even have to watch it. I already know what happened. I know what's up. I know the gotcha moment, the plot twist. I know it all. Okay. And what I know for certain from Tyler Perry is one thing he's going to do, he's going to make Black women struggle. And you could say, well, he's sharing stories that are real and that are true and all these things. But it's always to the extreme level. You mean to tell me this character here that Taraji is playing not only got fired the same day, but it happened in the heels of the store getting robbed, in which her boss has it out for her and thought that she was a part of the robbery. And she's driving this broke down car. Of course, there ain't no daddy around for her child. She's a single, struggling mother. And of course, it's a struggle. Look at this wall. Look at this wall here. You can't be a single mother if you don't have a cracked wall. Hello? You can't be a single mother if you don't have a cracked wall. So you have all of these extreme ass examples of struggle that conveniently Black women have to be the face of. And to that, I say enough. To that, I say I am not participating in the hysteria and the shared emotional experience of downtrodden that Tyler Perry wants the public to receive. There's some type of like spiritual thing going on with his movies. I'm telling y'all, there's something spiritual going on with his movies that I don't know if it's necessarily his intention. I don't know if he's trying to put off a specific energy out in the ether, but there's something about it. Every time you watch anything Tyler Perry, you feel down on your luck. You feel down on your luck. You feel hopeless. You feel like, well, shit, another day, another dollar. You say these struggle ass quotes. Everything is everything. It is what it is. Shit ain't easy. Whew, I'm just here. I'm just happy to be alive. Do you have hope? Do you have joy? I got joy down in my. Do you have joy? Do you? Because what appears to me is there is no joy in your life. There is no hope. There is no remedy. There's no fixes. You have no support system. You ain't got no money. You got a cracked out wall. And you got HIV/AIDS. At this point, why live? At this point, why live? Why have a life? Why have passions? Y'all, it's really a struggle. It's really a struggle. And what they want you to take away from these movies is Black women have the hardest. Black women are the most disrespected, yada, yada. Enough. I reject that. I reject that as a Black woman in America. I reject that. I live well. I live good enough. And I'm not of privilege. I don't have a silver spoon. I don't have any of that. When I say I live well, I'm doing good. I'm doing all right. Shit, I just got a lump sum. So you know how when you just got paid and today is payday, so I got 2 payments. You know how when you just get paid, it's like, okay, let's get some steak. Let's get lobsters. Let's get crab legs. Let's go out. Let's get, and then let's do brunch tomorrow. But then come Monday, it's like, overdraft. Whose card is this? Whose bank account it's mine. It's mine. Like, the point is, enough. I'm not I don't care how much my account is overdrawn. You would not see me looking like this outside. You may see me looking like this in the cameras, but I'm laughing with it. I'm having a good time. Life is good. I'm smiling. I find joy. I find light. I find happiness. I find humor. One thing about me, I'm gonna laugh. Shit, I smile when I'm mad. So the point is, enough. I'm not receiving this in my spirit. These types of movies that Tyler Perry just excel in, it's actually a curse. It's a curse. And I'm telling you guys, you have to be mindful of what you consume. You have to be mindful of what you consume, because Tyler Perry, one thing he's going to do, he's going to make you see how much of a struggle it is to be a Black woman. And enough. Stop it. Cut it out. You see Black women who are doing pretty well from themselves, seemingly. I don't know their life, but they seem to be financially well off. They seem to be surrounded by love and family and all these things, and yet they still take on this sentiment of Black women are the most disrespected. When have you been disrespected? You're in a loving relationship, but Black women are the most disrespected. Black women are the most mistreated, ignored. Everyone praises you. Everyone wants to be you. Huh? Everyone wants to be Black women. Everyone wants to copy the style of Black women. Yeah, you still want to take on this trope of Black women is the most disrespected? Come on, yo. I am very cognizant of victim language, victimized language. It's one thing to be a victim authentically, right? Someone took away your rights, someone violated you. Yes, you are a victim of that. But when you are victimized day in, day out, at some point, people be like, these Gen Zers, they do this. At some point, you gotta look at your choices. Like, we gotta look at the accountability that you are seemingly lacking. Okay, because why are you in this mess? Why didn't you pursue a degree? Why didn't you sign up for financial aid? Why aren't you recognizing resources in your area that could support single women like you, or single mothers like you, I should say? Why are you living in a cracked ass home? You don't have Section 8? Like, there are resources readily available to support women who are looking like this in this photo here of Taraji. There are there's no excuse. There's no excuse. And it's one thing if this movie was set back in, before there were women's shelters, before there were resources from the government, all these. No, this is a modernized film. A modernized film. You can't tell me it is acceptable or encouraged, so to speak, for her to go to a bank and rob the bank because she really needed her last check, which was $524 what? Dollars? USD? That's your check? What job are you working? Maybe I'm in privilege. Maybe I'm living in a privileged mindset, but or lifestyle. I don't know, but I mean, yes, I'm not a single mother. I don't have those, but I have bills that I take care of myself for the most part. But the point is, I feel like there are no excuses. So she couldn't cash her last check of $524 because she didn't have her ID. And of course, the protocol with any bank, you have to have your ID. Where's your ID? Hello? Where's your ID? Why don't you carry your ID wherever you go? What are we Now, this continues the narrative of Black people don't have access to IDs, and that's why we shouldn't have ID voter rights or restrictions, whatever, because that's been a conversation for a few years now about in order to vote, you have to show your ID, which makes sense. But a lot of people from the Democratic Party saying, oh, this is a racist expectation because Black people don't have IDs. What? Who are these Black? Taraji P. Henson in this movie role is the Black person who doesn't have an ID, apparently. Girl, bye. How were you able to get that job? Huh? How were you even able to open a bank account if you didn't have an ID? See how that doesn't make any sense? Your ID is needed for everything. Everything. Shit, if I need to rub a little bit, if I need to DJ my clip, I need to put my ID on the computer to access the sites. Hello? Y'all, please like the video. I'm doing a lot right now and I'm tired. I'm parched. But this is fun. I love it. I love it. Even for my 46 viewers, I love it here. So shout out to you guys for watching and tuning in. But enough with these victim as stories. Enough. This picture reminds me of this one here. This one is that famous art piece. I forget who's it by. Of this Black woman struggle, like she wakes up from her slumber and she's about to take on the day, but she just needs a second to just so she's just sitting down on her bed, her head is laying low, and you can tell she's worn out, and there's no husband behind her, there's no body behind her, it's just her. So you could get the impression that she's just out here struggling, doing it alone. That's what the cover art of Straw gives me. But y'all go ahead and check that out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Y'all, this was fun. This was fun. I had a really good time. I had a ball. With you guys on this episode here. But let's end off with gotta end off with that. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.